So I said last week that I was going to talk about finding your style. And I can't tell you the number of students that sort of say to me they want to find their style. And the truth is, you can't hide your style. It's like your calligraphy, the way you write your name. It's yours. And I'm going to show you some images in a moment, I think, that'll prove that to you. It's not something, your style, that you're looking out there to attach onto what you're doing. Like, oh, something there, I need to find my style, as if it's out there someplace. It's not a gimmick you add to your painting. It is something that is inside of you and you can't help it from coming out. Now, there's certain things out there in the world that you're attracted to. Maybe it's like landscape, evening light, and plein air painting. Well, that's a reasonable attraction and a reasonable arena to put your attention. That's not a style, that's something that attracts you. And attract comes from a root meaning to be drawn, to be pulled towards, right? Or maybe it's figures in the interior. Maybe you like oil paint. You like the texture and the smell of the oil paint, or pastels, the crisp marks of color. But all those things are just what you're attracted to. Now, there's an expression about, following your passion. I think it's one of the most destructive terms in order to find what you want to paint because, well, first off, the word passion comes from the root meaning to martyr, all right? We don't want to martyr ourselves to art. It's something to give us connection to who we really are and something that brings us joy. We're attracted to it. It's not to say that it isn't difficult sometimes, but we don't want to martyr ourselves to it. So the whole idea, we'll talk about that whole idea of passion another time, because really all you want to find is the thing that you're attracted to in the world. It might be a very small thing. Maybe for some reason it's just you want to do paintings of your grandchildren. We can't argue with that. In fact, you can't argue with that. That's what you're attracted to, let's say. Whatever it is you're attracted to, you need to build the foundational skills beneath that so that who you are, like your calligraphy, your style, will automatically happen. You'll see. I'm going to show you now, and you tell me. This is the image. I taught a course last fall. It was on color online. And there was a number of students. And I gave them this exercise one week. Here's the photograph. So here was the idea. Rather than just using the colors of the photograph, we decided, and this is the exercise, that we would do the painting on the color wheel, pink, purple, and blue, with just like about 5 or 10% of green. And this was very much an exercise on color intensity. And so here's the image that I painted. And it just gives you an idea. I did an actual video demonstration so that students had a clear idea of what I had in mind, and yet we still saw this variety. So here are the 12 images. I'll be continuing to repost a YouTube video each month, but going forward, I plan to share my ideas and particularly the direction of my new work with my email list. Only there, just one email a month. You can go here or go to ianroberts.com and you'll get this video free when you sign up. So that's where the action will be going forward. And I do hope you'll join me. Okay, back to the demo. They're all given the same image. They're not trying to be different. It's just 12 very different paintings based on 12 different artists. They can't help it. There's no point in pretending to be someone else, cloaking ourselves in an external style. In this arena of art, we want to find our own authentic, internally generated style and trust that. So I hope that shows in a way that you can't hide, that we see you. And the fact is, we want to see you. And so to build those skills, your job is really to build those skills so that we can see you, because that part of you just comes out automatically. You can't help it. So there's just two other things we can look at very briefly. One is copying the masters, and that isn't about finding an external style. That's very much about skill building. And the other is being attracted to other artists' work and wanting to be like them. And we'll talk about that another time, because that's obviously something that happens as well. So again, I wish you all the best for the new year. I hope that we have an extravagantly creative and fearless year of exuberant expression. And I got a number of emails from people saying that they are appreciating and enjoying this video series, and I want to say I'm enjoying making it as well. I do hope you found that was helpful. Do join me on my email list as I start to explore new ideas and directions artistically. My very best wishes to you all. Bye for now, and all the best.